It's Divas That Care Radio. Stories, strategies, and ideas to inspire positive change. Welcome to Divas That Care, a network of women committed to making our world a better place for everyone. This is a global movement for women, by women, engaged in a collaborative effort to create a better world for future generations. To find out more about the movement, visit divasthatcare.com after the show. Right now, though, stay tuned for another jolt of inspiration.
Hello to all. Welcome to Divas That Care Network. I am Joyce Benning, and I will be your host for this invigorating, robust lifestyle show. Please check out divasthatcare.com and listen to all the amazing hosts interviewing women all around the world. I am just so very excited today to have with me a brand new diva, Beth Lauren Parrish, and she is going to be speaking about inspired riding. Oh man, now I am really overly excited. Beth, could you please introduce yourself to our listeners today?
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Joyce. I'm a certified riding instructor. I'm a remote coach and an animal communicator, and I combine all of those to help students all around the world connect with their horses so they slow down and they learn to trust their intuition and really listen to their horses on a telepathic level. So we have a beautiful group of inspired riders that are starting to really grow in numbers around the world, and I'm just so excited to talk to you about that today.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, man. You have so caught my attention already. I love every word you just said. I love that, to encourage riders to slow down, trust their intuition, and listen to their horses. Oh, that's incredible. Well, just if you want to go into a little more detail on how you teach the inspired riding for our listeners to know how to start doing all these things.
Absolutely. Well, I grew up on Long Island in New York, and I took traditional riding lessons from a really wonderful upper-level dressage trainer. And her very first thing she would always ask me is, how are you feeling, and how is your horse feeling? So I've taken that to a whole new level where I want to make sure I tune in with my body, my inner wisdom, and I ask myself, I'll just place my hand on my heart and say, how am I feeling today, and what do I need to know? So you just start out very basically that way, and then you just breathe into your heart and you breathe into your horse's heart, and you ask them the same exact question. How are you feeling? Is there anything I need to know? And then from there, you can start to create this beautiful co-creative dance, and you start to invite your horse to do something rather than just make them do it. So that's it in a nutshell. Of course, there's a lot of nuances, and there's a lot of patience and practice and being kind to yourself and being kind to your horse as you go along. But that's the principal idea of how it works. And then you can start sending images to your horse, and your horse will send you ideas and words and pictures, and next thing you know, you're just talking to them like another person. It's really amazing.
Oh, that is amazing, and how you said to dance together. I love that, because you are partners together when you are with them, and to dance together. Oh, how awesome. Oh, my goodness. Well, what did you have an aha moment that made you decide that this was the way that you wanted to reach out and start riding and helping others?
There were many. The one in particular was when I was a young trainer back in California. I was helping a woman retrain racehorses, and we got a lot of really squirrely ones, and we were training them to be suitable riding horses for children that were learning to do jumps. And so I was riding a lot of these kind of strung out horses that really didn't know what we were asking, and I was doing the best I could with the knowledge that I had and trying to really do everything that this trainer wanted me to do. And there were moments where I just started to develop fear, and one morning I actually was getting ready to go ride this 17 one-hand thoroughbred who was known for bucking anyhow, and I had already come off him a couple times. And that morning I had a voice say to me, "You're going to fall off today." It was just coming up from my inner guidance. Wow. And, you know, I was in my early 20s, so I just kind of shrugged it off. I'm like, well, I just have to do my job. I don't really understand what I'm supposed to do with this information. And I just went ahead and got on and rode, and we're trotting along beautifully, and next thing you know, he just spooks, and I'm on the ground, and next thing I know, I'm in surgery. So coming out of surgery with a broken arm, and now I have a nice metal plate in that arm, all I could think about was I had a warning, and I didn't do anything to change that. I didn't do any groundwork. I didn't say maybe I shouldn't ride today. I just kept soldiering on, cowgirled up, as they say, and I just kept going. And so now my biggest thing is, as soon as I had to start rehabbing and feeling safe again to ride, because that was my first real experience of having fear, and I had to work through my own fear and go as slow as I needed to go, that shifted my whole perspective on teaching, and it gave me such a beautiful gift of compassion and teaching people that if there's a voice, if there's a gut feeling, if there's any little, I don't know, please tell me, and please tell whatever instructor you're working with, because that could save your life. And that was one of my biggest gifts, even though it was very painful. From there, I just kept really being very adamant about making sure everyone told me. I would ask them, are you okay? Are you still okay? I would like to try this. Do we want to do it for this lesson, or should we wait a couple more lessons? So I was really good about slowing everything down, and the horses didn't care at all. They were like, sure, we can stop early. No big deal.
Oh, wow. It really brought you to tune in to what that small voice inside of you, your intuition, was telling you, and then to help others relate to that, because you had just lived it firsthand. You had experienced it in every way. Oh, that is incredible. That would have totally been an aha moment. No doubt about it. Wow.
Absolutely.
So from that, then, you started did you start teaching more to ride that way? Like you said, you were always asking them. How did you come about then to start asking the horses and teaching your students, clients, to ask the horses too how they were feeling today and what their thoughts were?
That was definitely an evolution. It probably wasn't until we moved to Texas. I was in California about 8 or 9 years. And when I moved to Texas, I actually made the decision to say, okay, I'm in a new state. I want us to have a fresh start, and I would really love to really hone in on my philosophy, which really is hearing what the horses are telling me. And I could actually hear either the lesson horses or the private horses that I was working with tell me to tell the students certain things to move their body different ways. And I was like, you know what, I can't keep this a secret anymore. I better just tell them how to do it too. So that's when I actually decided, because I had already used my name for my business, so I switched it to Inspired Riding, because I really, really, truly believe that we all get downloads information from the universe, and if we're open enough and quiet enough, we can get this information and use it in real time. So I teach my students now, after all those years of, how are you feeling? How are you feeling? Okay, now let's really hone in. And so I teach them muscle testing. I say, okay, start with saying your name out loud and see how that feels. Now say out loud a different name and see how that feels. So that's your true yes feeling or your no false feeling. And once you hone in on that for really simple statements, then you can say things like, I feel ready to trot now. And then, of course, you want to make sure your horse feels ready. So you just go down the line. So you start with yourself, make sure you're okay, and then check in with your horse. And then if everything's a green light, then you're good to go.
Oh, wow. Oh, that is incredible. And no wonder you can dance together, because everybody's on the same energy level, kind of, because they're all thinking the same vibrations coming through that, okay, now we're ready to trot, rider's ready, in position, and the horse is ready. Oh, that is incredible. I absolutely love that.
It's really fun. And then it's also really good to honor when they say no. And so you can go, okay, we'll take a step back, or get curious and go, okay, why did you say no? Is there something else you need, or do you need to take a break? Do you want me to hop off? So you start to have full-on conversations and get to be the best detective you can be for your horse.
Oh, wow. What a way to build a partnership. Oh, that's how they become your best friends. There's no doubt about it, because you are communicating with one another. And I love that.
Absolutely.
Definitely. You have a statement that goes right along with that on your website. It's let all of your interactions with your horse come from your heart. Breathe out tension and focus on gratitude. Oh, man, when you were talking that, I was going, that's exactly how she came up with this. I absolutely love that because you let go of the stress and start focusing on what you're grateful for. And just like doing that, you're grateful that you made that walk. And if neither one of you are ready for the trot, you're grateful you had that walk. Oh, that is just beautiful.
Oh, yes.
I love it.
Just having gratitude to have a willing animal let you sit on their back is such a huge honor, you know. And I even remind the littlest students that I would teach, like if they were starting to make a pouty face that something wasn't working, I would stop them and let them take a breath and touch the horse's neck and go, okay, listen, this horse is letting you ride him. Take that in right now. And they're like, oh, yeah, sorry. And scratch them and give them some love, and then everything feels better. So it's just so good to remind yourself of that. Even as adults, we take things for granted. So it's just so important that anytime we're feeling stressed or scared, just focus on like 10 things you can appreciate in that moment, and then that'll shift your perspective.
Oh, that is incredible advice to our listeners, whether they are around a horse or where they're at. Just take the time. And that is so true. There's been so many times when I'm like, oh, why is this? Why is that? And I'm going, okay, now just stop a minute and be thankful for what you have. And I'm like, yeah, what a difference it makes. It is so true.
That's been my theme for my whole life. I mean, that unfortunately, that first accident was not the only one. I've had 4 surgeries since then. And we also lost our home to a fire. It was like one right after the other from 2015 until 2019. And then by the time I healed from everything and I was ready to go, then COVID happened. I was like, well, at least I can teach remotely, so I'm okay. Definitely, I've been in the thick of it. And that's the one beautiful thing about all the stuff that's happened in my life is that I'm able to keep reaching for appreciation and look at all the beautiful things it is just to be alive, and to remind people of that. So when they're in their darkest moments, I can go, hey, I've been there too. I can help you. It's okay. You're going to get through this, you know.
Oh, you have such a heart. I can feel it coming through the energy and what you're talking about, how big your heart is. That is, I just love this, Beth.
Thank you so much.
You are so welcome. You have experienced so much, and how you have taken traumatic experiences and made them into good, positive ways to help others. What a humanitarian act that totally is in itself, and I absolutely love that. That is just incredibly beautiful.
Thanks.
So, yes, you're so welcome. So, I think I know, but why are you so passionate about getting this out to people? And now you've even gone to being able to do it remotely. What is your drive? Why are you so passionate about this?
The horse world has had its ups and downs, obviously, and I feel like there's a huge movement for people to, you know, listen to the horse more. I mean, I was even featured in the Listening to Your Horse documentary, which I was really honored. But I really feel like that they're ready now to hear these messages from our horses, and that it's not such a crazy thing, and that people are starting to realize, oh, yeah, I have heard that from my horse, but they were a little bit afraid to say it. So I'm here to say, you know, own your magic. Know that you can actually telepathically talk to your horse, and they can talk back, and you can enjoy riding more and stepping into your power. So I'm all about really thinking about showing humans they can step into what they've been afraid of before, and just realize that they can be authentic and they can own their power and play with some magic tools that they hadn't thought was possible before.
Oh, yes. Oh, how beautiful. They have this power within them. It's just bringing it out. Because, I mean, I have had horses in my life all my life and always been very close to them. I mean, just the other day, and I shared this on one of my other interviews, I said my horse just, it had been a busy day, and I was out there with him, and he was just, I could just hear him say, just relax and enjoy the moment. And he was so relaxed. You could just feel it, the energy, the relaxation energy coming off of him, trying to get me to understand that. And I'm like, oh, how beautiful.
Yeah, and that's it. They want us to come into their world, and they want us to own our magnificence. I mean, that's one of the main things I hear all the time. Like, I just wish my owner would understand how freaking cool they are, you know? So, and then once they can relax and have more fun, because they're like, humans get so stressed so easily. Just calm down and have fun with us, you know? And it's just, that's what I want people to do. I want people to have more fun and really experiment with these magic tools. I call them magic, but it's really, you know, universal energy. We can all tap into it. So.
Right, energy. Oh, how true that is. And yes, I have to agree with that, because last night, well, I have 3 horses, and I have this one. He is very, very personal. He's a kisser, and he's just very loving. And last night when I was feeding him, I could just feel him saying, you just need to spend more time with us. We love you and want you with us. And I'm like, oh my goodness, you are just such a treasure. And he had been loving on me. Every time I went out there yesterday, he would come and put his face right next to mine. And it was just like he was giving me love. And then in the end of the day, that's what I heard him say. And I'm like, oh, this is just beautiful. You're incredible.
Oh, I love it. It's funny you say that, because I've been joking, but it's so true that my pony Pepper, when I go to hang out with him, and I'll just like go and scratch him where he wants to be scratched, or do a little Reiki, or just hang out and breathe with him. And as I go to walk away, he looks at me like, why are you leaving? You need to live here 24/7 with me. It's this like look of shock, like, how could you leave me? We are having fun. You know?
Exactly. Don't you understand? I enjoy your company. You don't have to walk away all the time.
It's the sweetest thing. I'm like, oh my gosh, Pepper, I wish I could, but I've got things to do, and there's puppies in the house, and oh my goodness. But I treasure them, and I try to extend them as long as I can, of course.
Right. Right. Oh, I know. Oh, that is just beautiful. I love that. That is beautiful. Well, what is one thing you wish more equestrians would do each day?
It's something I came up with recently. It's an acronym, PBS, if you know the public broadcasting system that did Sesame Street. So if you take P and you think pause, so that'll slow you down. And then you take B, breathe. Take another breath. Usually breathing into your heart is a beautiful thing. And then from there, smile. So I want people to take a moment and just pause, breathe, and smile. And if they can do those 3 things throughout their day, wow, what a shift would happen, right?
Oh, what a shift would happen. Oh, I wrote those down as you were saying them, because I knew they were going to be incredible words of wisdom, and I love that and how true it is. And that's just what our horses are telling us. Just like mine said, relax and enjoy the moment. In other words, pause and just breathe and just hang out here. So, yeah, oh, that is incredible. I love it. And smiles. Smiles are contagious. And if we would all share them, look how many smiles there would be in this world. Oh, that's wonderful. I love it. Well, no wonder on your side it always says, may the horse be with you always. And I love that, because mine, even if I'm not with them, they're in my heart all the time, because they're a part of me.
Oh, that gave me chills. Totally. Yeah, the special thing about that, speaking of chills, is when I was a child, I was my brother and sister are 10 and 8 years older than me. My brother introduced me to the movie Star Wars: A New Hope when I was 5 years old. So it became my movie, and I would come home from kindergarten, and every afternoon I would watch Star Wars. So now my husband loves to look at me anytime we watch a Star Wars movie. As soon as the music comes on, I get chills and I smile. And it's like that's my happy place. And so I thought, how do I combine that with my philosophy with horses? And it just was effortless. And he reminded me to add the word always after. So it's not just may the horse be with, but always. And that's how it connects you to their spirit all the time, which is just such a wonderful thing.
Yes, it is. Oh, I agree with you, because their spirits are with you all the time, whether you're there beside them or whether you're not. The spirit is still there in your heart. Oh, how beautiful. I love that. Well, you are so welcome. There was another one, because you just talked about the pause, breathe, and smile. Then there was a word that said treat, and you had definitions to that, and I absolutely loved that. Would you please share your definitions to the word treat with our listeners today?
Yes. Give me 1 second. I just want to make sure I get it right. I have it.
Because I just thought that was just absolutely beautiful. That said so much in one 5-letter word. And I'm like,
okay.
Oh, that's
the
just
acronym
incredible.
for treat. I call it Inspired Riding's treat. Everyone loves treats, right? So T is for tune into your intuition. R is for receive insights. Is for engage your magic. A is for appreciate. And T, trust your power. So tune into your intuition, receive insights, engage your magic, appreciate, and trust your power. That pretty much sums up my philosophy right there. So.
Well, that's just what I was thinking, because that's just what we have been talking about your intuitions and the magic and appreciation, gratitude, and knowing your own power inside of you and realizing those insights and everything that are in you. I just love that. That's just why I had to bring it up, because I thought, oh my, this just ties it all together. I thought, okay, where did she come up with treat and those definitions? But now I totally know. You just explained the whole thing.
I literally tuned into my intuition and it came. So I received insights. So, yeah, that's one of my favorite things. Every morning I do the inner guidance journal, and I sit and I ask my inner guides, okay, what are we doing today? What's going on? What do I need to know? And some days I'll be inspired to actually share the insights, and that's where the PBS came from just the other day. So that was really fun. So you just never know, but that's the beauty of it, is when you get to tune in to universal energy, the most beautiful insights will show up for you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes. Oh, definitely, because it's all about energy. And the energy is all around us if we will just tune into that energy and realize it and engage in the magic that it's giving us. Oh, I just love that. I can think of that in so many ways. That's definitely going to be hanging in my office. I am putting that up because I absolutely love that.
Oh, awesome. I love it.
Oh, and I love how the PBS came to you from that. I thought PBS, what in the world does that do with it? But that is just incredible. Oh, wow. You have brought so much wisdom and knowledge today. I just love it. I didn't even get to all the things I had written down here. I wrote down so many notes. You have a wonderful website. I really encourage our listeners to go and look at your website. It is incredible.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I'm really proud of all the things I've put out there. I have online courses and, of course, the remote coaching group. I have a free group on Facebook called Inspired Riders, and it's just a beautiful group of humans around the world that truly are kind and want to help each other and want to learn more how to be better for their horses. And it just inspires me every day to see them interact. And I love being able to share things with them.
Yes. Oh, and being kind. That is such a key word to me. If we would all just take a moment and think of sharing kindness with others and animals, be they 2-legged or 4-legged, share it with all of them, because I just love the kindness that wins so many hearts.
Absolutely.
That is just beautiful. Well, this interview has gone way too quickly because I could chat here for hours and let our listeners know way more information from you. Do you have some final tips that you would like to leave with our listeners today, Beth?
Not much more than what I've said already. I just want to make sure that everyone knows that they are powerful and that they can trust their intuition and they can fine-tune it. It is a skill, and you can practice it, and you can become more empowered day by day the more you tune into your intuition, and then you can translate that to tuning in with your horse from your heart. So basically, if you just remember, slow down, trust your intuition, listen to your horse, and then you'll have more fun together.
Beautiful, beautiful tips. And you can use those tips all over for every aspect of life. I just love that. That was absolutely beautiful tips that you left with our listeners, Beth. Well,
so much.
Beth, I want to thank you so much for being my guest. And I have to ask, will you please return again on Robust Lifestyles, and we can continue this chat, and you can share more knowledge and wisdom with our listeners at another time?
I would love to. Thank you so much.
Oh, you are so welcome. I am so excited. We will definitely be having Beth back on. And I want to thank all of our listeners for listening to this incredible interview with our amazing new diva, Beth Lauren Parrish. And be sure to check out all the other hosts and their shows on divasthatcare.com. Have a fantastic day. And remember, be kind to all. Give your animals a big extra hug and share your love with them. And until we connect again on Robust Lifestyles, stay strong and healthy.
Thanks for listening. This show was brought to you by Divas That Care. Connect with us on Facebook, on Instagram, and of course on divasthatcare.com, where you can subscribe to our newsletter so you don't miss a thing.